What's up, everybody? Okay, so Ray just dropped a new album. I don't expect very much from this, given the last couple Ray albums. In fact, when Ray announced that he was doing this album, I saw no mention of who the producers are, which is, to me, a very bad sign. You already know what I say when it comes to hip hop. The number one thing is the producer. It's the truth. So if you're recording a new album and there's no mention of who's actually on it, giving you the backdrop to spit your rhymes, then to me that's a sign of a mediocre, if not downright whack album coming soon. So I decided I'm gonna give it a listen, but I have to say I've skipped the last couple of Ray releases. So I don't remember listening to Fila, and if I did, I probably listened to maybe a very little bit of it. This was whack. Fly international luxurious art, and this luxury stuff that Ray be on is pretty boring, to be honest with you. But shout out to Ray. I'll tell you, the last joint that I really liked by the dude was White Cloud Olympus. This is taking it back to 2013. This is a True Master. Again, where's True Master at? Shout out to True Master, but where's he at? So this was the last joint by him. That was good. See, I like bouncy beats. Hip hop to me is bounce, movement, right? That's what hip hop is. Raw, not fly sleepy art, right? So I imagine that because we didn't really get a list of any of the producers, I imagine it's going to be, well, I did see there was Swizz might be involved, Justice League, oh my god, snooze. So a lot of no names I'm expecting, and it's not going to be very good. But let's get into it. Let's see what this is all about.
And if they find out just what you're after, it's possible they may harm you. The point is, he is quite wealthy with the money he made through the plan. He's living very quietly now in a small town, but I don't know the name that he's using, I'm afraid. I want you to find him.
Okay, so I'm going to say right off the bat, just based on that intro. That intro was pretty weak and very short. I'm not doing this to hate, but again, you're talking about Ray, who has one of the greatest intros in rap history with Striving for Perfection, right? Again, there's a statement being made here. When you start out saying Striving for Perfection, that's how you start. With, I believe it was The Killer in the background.
I'm tired of doing
Alright, word. I'ma set it.
Skit. Tell me how you feel, man.
Yo, son, check the fly shit,
What's up,
son.
cousin?
Yo, baby, take it, man. I got a new connect, son. For real, man. Fuck all this 24 break shit, man.
Yeah.
My man got out of state for 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
You know my man's in the vicinity. They proud to.
See how that emotionally you're already like there. You're like, oh, where are we going with this? So, and then no, I compare them to their best work, partly because, of course, that's their standard that they've set, but also just to let you know that we are a long ways from that, okay? Again, it's not to say that this has to be as great, if not better, than Striving for Perfection, but it's just to let you know that there is a quality gap. And this is why when I see people overrate albums, of course, people will probably miss this one. It's not going to get the same attention that Clips got, because Clips was all over doing interviews. It's more aimed at I would say Clips are a little bit of a younger audience. I mean, they came about when Pharrell was in his heyday. So there is a bit of that young hipster fan base, though, always follow Clips. But my point is that the classics really illustrate where and how things are done properly. So let's go back to this Bear Hill.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
Speed has no soul. Okay. Who's Frank G? What has he made? Okay, so I look here and I see he's been involved with Raekwon. I don't remember any of these songs, and I'm a Raekwon fan. So there you go. I don't really like people that just are not up to par, man. Why are you wasting my time, right? This beat sucks.
What the fuck is going on, man? Yeah.
Why is it? It's just flat, right? It's flat. Everything about it is flat.
Let's go, man. Drop it in the 7, caught him at the light years heaven. 90 carat face, that's my brethren. Chef criminals have to eat felons. Chief hell, every nigga can't flex with me. Jaws filled the Star Hill, the dope from Park Hill, with things walk walls and cartwheels. Yeah, I'm not your average type rapper. Check my batting average, cat, I'm a snapper. Hanging at the MGM, yeah, they dap 'em. 100 Rangers pulling, what up, trap fucking. Real hoes know the real hoes. Between me and you, keep it chill, I'm gorilla, these are steel toes. Pouring coke on the record, keep the grill froze.
You know, it just came to mind. What happened to that Bear Hill video? Is it still being edited? Is it ever gonna come out? Because when Ray had the snippet, I was like, I ain't trying to see this Wolfman, whatever you call this. What's the underworld? Underworld shit. It's just not what we're looking for, man. That's not how you save hip hop, homie. Oh, it's official. Okay, there we go. 5 hours ago. There we go. EXO did come out. I think it's interesting. We're seeing, just like Rocky did maybe a year or so ago. So when I see black and white, Expressionism, German Expressionism, if y'all are familiar with that. So this was at a time when there was a darkness going on in Germany, and a lot of the filmmakers were trying to, back in the early 1920s to, let's say, the mid 1930s, right in that, at the end of the First World War into the beginning of the Second World War, the rise of Hitler. German artists felt there was something off going on with the society. The society was just falling into darkness. And so that's where you kind of got the birth of German Expressionism, black and white. Obviously, at that time, there was no color, but they would have these long shadows and things. Anyway, so I just think this is interesting. Right? I mean, they're sort of playing with this idea.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on, man? Yeah. Let's go, man. Drop it in the 7, caught him at the light years heaven. 90 carat face, that's my brethren. Chef criminals have to eat.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Moving on.
Yeah. Ha ha. Cocksucker.
Bless Lord, carrier, escort, interior. Dawns don't bow, move the crowd when they hearing you kick down the door, don't stop.
Trash beat. If I go to Rap Genius and I look and I say, okay, what has this producer made before? Because to me, now anyone can make a great beat, can come from anywhere. With that said, though, chances are, if somebody makes great beats, they can make more than one great beat. So, if you're a no-name, you better have some heat rocks. And if you don't have heat rocks, then I go and check your Rap Genius and I see that you haven't made anything that anyone knows, really. So then my question is, why am I listening to you over Raekwon? I don't get it, right? So Trilogy has done these songs. I don't know none of these songs. These are by artists I don't listen to. None of them are remotely close to that Wu-Tang sound or anything that I would say is hip-hop. Chris Brown, I don't care about Chris Brown. Young M.A., I don't give a damn about Young M.A. or Dave East or Troy Ave. So anyways, all this is weak. Amadeus, this is also same thing. I don't know who these people are, right? and I'm in the producer street, so this is another weak ass beat.
So they barrier. Throwing swords for mine, we get live in your area.
Ex-con, not the type of nigga that you flex on. Mr. Carl Fish, baby, seen it all and done it all. Shell casing, left many mirrors on the wall. A million candles for you, Nina, better light them more. Biscotti, guava cake when I like the raw. Moving through the streets in New York while the lightning pour. Devise a plan with my man, the demise is yours. Got me in your building with the shotty up down the hall. Maneuver money, my shooters remove from moving funny. Cash is king, think different.
Yawn. I mean, Carlton Fick sounds okay. He's preserved his voice, but what he's talking about is, again, I don't care. I just don't give a shit. It's not even all that impressive.
X, I sit amongst bosses, you niggas is horses, go get strapped. Leathers, fur coats on and hats. Came out in London with lambs and all.
Let's hear what Deck has to say.
I step with the steppers, foot on their neck, applying pressure. Eating good, piling on extra. Cold as Minnesota weather, I send them home on a stretcher. Facts, I go crazy over lesser. Born in the fire, I talk with the dragon's breath. Cashing checks, that's the flex, watch what happen next. Action on the set, put carrots on my neck. I'm in Paris on the jet, I was rapping on the steps. That's Cynthia's son, I be tripping how these niggas is stunned. How I'm having such a pivotal run. Used to do it for fun, now give me my
Vibeless garbage. Moving on.
Heary. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, or niggas and niggerettes. This is VOBR, Veterans Only Billionaire Rehab, where those who served now get served. Our amenities are top tier. We have gold wheelchairs, orthopedic Tims, oatmeal cookies and soy milk, wave caps, artisanal sour diesel, hologram portraits of our favorite hip-hop legends, exclusive Wu-Tang unreleased vinyl. You can get your pop-off on one of...
What's the point of listening to this, really? Y'all be saying, oh, I told you, don't listen to the whole thing. Well, you listened to the whole of Fila. Was it worth it? You think I don't know when I'm listening to something quality? Really? There's so many of these albums that are a complete waste of time. And because they've put really so little effort in making them, I have learned to put so little effort in actually listening to them. I'm actually giving them more effort because I am really truly listening. I've been listening to rap for so long, I can pick out things very fast. It's just the truth. So I'm thinking, okay, all right, subject matter, this doesn't make sense. This is a lazy skit. It's not written so well. What's the point of this? How does this connect to The Emperor's New Clothes exactly? The Emperor's New Clothes is just a title, but so far it hasn't been even explored. Thematically, really. Not in the beats, the vibe, nothing. So it's scattershot, and I can tell. So if it's scattershot, then it's trash. Alright, so we're not coming back to this, Ray, sorry. I mean, I don't know if he'll regret that video, but that's one of those videos where it's like, if you could go back in time and remove that, I would.
Has just begun.
Yeah. Time my case up real quick, man. Hold on.
Big Snipes.
Yeah, we young, gifted, and black. He tried to run, 50 round drum, whipping his back. Stand over him, couple more sit in his hat. When shit getting real in the hood, where you niggas was at? Huh? Probably somewhere high in your hand. Let them fuck niggas come through and ride on your man. But I been knew you was pussy, so I understand. So your head is where these hollows that don't fire a land. I prefer the Mac when the tech fire a jam. Tearing down the baby store when I fly to Japan. When I knew I could handle.
I'm not listening to a whole Conway and Griselda verse. I'm sorry. These guys they should not be rapping. They're that bad.
Like 1 a week, skip steps when I up and demand that I want a piece. But who am I to ever bring y'all personal problems up on real nigga time? But that might serve as the obvious. You know how this ice work, or my shirt stick on it up. Make the room cold as a white person's thermometer. Legendary claw affects anybody who sign up. Outlaws got 10 times more what they promised us.
Make the room cold as a white person's thermometer? See, that's when you're trying too hard. Doesn't make sense. It's garbage. So, Tochi, why is it that you don't like Griselda? I've gone through this a million times. Number one, their beats are trash. Very bad. Their voices are very boring and trash and boring. And they're too old to be rapping about what they rap about in general. it's one thing if they had blown up off of gangster material, then I could say, okay, well, I mean, you're still too old to be rapping about this stuff. But for you to be old and blowing up based on that material is like, huh? Anyways, it's for people who are stuck mentally. I'm not there. But so let's listen. Let's look at this Conway. Yeah, we young, gifted, and black. Okay, this is not exactly the most unique statement ever. I'm pretty sure Big Daddy Kane has a song called Young, Gifted, and Black. It's, again, nothing new. Okay, so you started off with a trite, cliche line, all things considered. And this is the whole thing with Conway and Griselda. They're just cliche. Everything about them is cliche. It's stereotype music. I've told you guys about the difference between archetypes and stereotypes. Raekwon is an archetype. Okay, he's an archetype of that. I would say he's a Goodfellas type of guy in a sense, where it's not necessarily like he's a kingpin, even though he maybe has dreams of it, but he's in the street, he's super fly, right? He gets it in, right? There's a certain type of rapper. And Ray, especially New York, like Ray kind of brought you that, with also the sad side of the hustling game, right? That's archetype stuff. Conway is just a stereotype. Oh, yo, I'm from New York, we get it in, or I'm from New York State. It's like, you're boring. He tried to run 50-round drum, ripping his back. Does that sound to you like great rhymes? Stand over him, couple more, sit in his hat. Okay. rat pat tat type, simple-minded rhymes. When shit getting real in the hood, where you niggas was at? Does that sound like great pen? Really? That's an effortless pen, right? That's superb pen. These niggas the fuck out of here. Okay, here we go. Justice League. If there isn't a well, Justice League is going to start off with some random off-brand R&B chick singing. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Shout out to Stacey. I don't know who Stacey Barth is. Okay, I have not heard any of her music. Yeah, I've not heard any of her music. But, and I'm not going to say that she herself is off-brand, but I am going to say that Justice League, when I've heard the little weak-ass beats that they make, there's usually some off-brand singing going on, right? And it sounds like, with the harp, like, all like, like, oh, you're in Olympus. But there's no drums, no bass. It's just weak shit. And it's not even done well.
Justice League. Don't die trying to get rich. Fuck problems that you can't fix. So caught up in the matrix. One day we gotta face it. You only got one life, one life, one life. You only got one life, one life, one life. And it don't matter if you're famous or what you claim.
These drums are not raw. The beat itself is boring.
From the old school crew, for those playing in Maybachs, we all going through it, yo. Life is wild, miss my ninjas, we bow. Lost some good ones, now they in the skies looking down. This culture made me a man, I hung with vultures. Some went canary, then damn, couldn't believe that. Seen all the G's yapping, we lacking integrity. Some wasn't real, I heard the feedback. Still, just stay on the float, small circles. Educated gangsters with notes. Don't let this money overlook the time seeds. Save our baby. I see the industry is fouler now and filled with greed. Controlling narratives, sending wrong thoughts to the seeds. Save our babies. There's nothing else to buy but the means. Guess who's deciding? The devil's in the back by the screens. Enough. Sunk in the strength of the lust. You rather be against me than be with me with trust. I know what matters. You only stuck. It flatters them dumb motherfuckers around you with the sadness. So keep striving and think. Many highlights await you. Those who hate you are late. Keep your thoughts rising. Open your eyes. Know the lies. Know that shit ain't real hip hop. That's a disguise.
Sure.
Salute the pioneers of the past that paved the way. But now their legacy is fading and starting to decay.
Okay, so again, hip hop sucks type song, right? People have been complaining about hip-hop going astray since, the late 80s, if not the early 90s? So, obviously we already know with Common, very famous song, I Used to Love Her. So it's a sentiment that artists have, or I should say listeners even have, that goes way back. And again, it depends on the angle in which you approach it. You have to, in my opinion, give a reason, a strong reason. What Ray is saying is, respectfully, I understand it's filled with greed, controlling narratives. This is all very true. But I would have loved to see him go a little deeper, especially as someone who's a veteran in this game, someone who's one of the greatest rappers ever, who's well respected. A little depth could have really helped here, as opposed to just keeping it vague. Because now this doesn't really help anybody. It just sounds like, you know, life. It's like one of those very generic, easily forgotten type of sentiments, and that's not good. Barbershop.
Yo, start moving your head.
I seen a nigga get hit with a bat in his face.
I can't cut you right, man.
Fucking body
Lift your nose up, man.
Nothing, man.
Damn. This nigga tore your shit apart.
Whatever.
That shit right here, boy. It's for them niggas that be blowing their noses and the flies foreigns. Yup. Cooled out. Yeah, shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Good shit on. I feel a great year coming again, bro. You know off the motherfucking alpaca shit on, nigga. Yeah. Hey, yo. See a lot of sweatsuit king niggas and shit. They call me newest gas pipe. I'm like the mafia's worst kid. Bentley bicycles, 10 pistols, a slick bit. Valley wearer with some H. Winstons on. Panamera, black hood, white pipe and leather in the mirror. Shattered dreams, lonely pharaohs who ride across the Verrazano narrows. Blunted up, guns and some camels. Sipping Mai Tais, giving high fives to the dread. Lead jackets on, go now. Talk to me.
It's a serious one right here. Shit is real.
Staten Island boys is back.
God damn it.
New York. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
Turn that flame on.
Okay. This is already the best beat on this album, even though this isn't a great beat. But see the difference between the amateurs and when you're coming across one of the greatest producers ever, Swizz Beatz. Now we're getting more active. There's some more energy, because hip hop is about energy. So I want to see where this is going. Now I already know this is not going to be a great beat, because I can just tell. It's taking too long. It's not really. Anyways, this is what I think. Let's see. It could be good, but at least there's a little bit more of a like now I'm like, oh, let's go.
Kneel, nigga, kneel when you see us, nigga. Let's go. Glass of gin for my jewelers. Too many Rugers, gems is 500 bams. Spam, I swam through Bermuda. Switches got muzzles. Soon as rebuttals happen, we guzzle. Then everything get twisted like a puzzle. Cyber trucks fly up at the Lux, no doubt. News camera sees the moment. That's alligator tucks. I'm comfortable. Said it 2 more times, use the ducks. Remove yourself quickly. Might flip you in the clubs. 800 troopers. They all in Coopers. Doofy shotguns and gooses. Ice rockin' boosters. Bitches call me Musa. Mansa, you're ruthless. Wow, he got so handsome. His cutie know his future. That's future. Flexing in the spectrum with Medusa. Versace jean jacket. Interior is blue cup. No hookah. Only big bags eating grouper. Scavengers running, tell your man.
So, oh Jesus Christ, how do I say this? Espiadilladocious, super craft, Espiadilladocious, like super, whatever. Cancun, catch me in the room eating grouper. Shout out to Ghost.
Manages the room cover.
Bandanas, mad scanners, chain swinging, pulsating, plug click. Niggas do damage, plus niggas got them semi-autos when we out in Yemen. Buried all over the desert, baby Mac 11s, clap records, grab a big bag on the crack 7s, past present, I'll be GO18 till I crash heaven. Monstrous bankrolls, medevils and pesos. I send a few of you back to the essence and have a great show. My wrist game, call it gold caviar. Shootouts on the burgundy swing with gold handlebars. Clark's on flying through the Autobahn. The old deuce slick been plastered inside an Audemars. Catch a photo from the side like Hitchcock. The camera's on the side of my neck. It's all big rocks. When I'm holding nothing, moving on gridlock. Your wake, I might show up for Dolo with a big lock.
Okay, I'm not really impressed by that verse, respectfully. But you know Ghost is one of my favorite rappers ever. Ghost is one of the greatest rappers ever, and one of my favorites. So Ghost is somebody I really like, and I love that Supreme Clientele flow. It's not quite for this beat, so I understand. This is more of the, let's say, was it More Fish? I'm trying to remember. I didn't like More Fish at all. But this is, to me, where that's that type of flow. Yap City, a very aggressive, I'm in the streets with that hammer type of Ghostface. And I was never really into that Ghostface, I gotta be honest with you. I like the Ghostface that's more expressive, that's more fun, like that talks to the ladies. Like I just feel like the stylish Ghost, like to me, that's really when Ghost to me became Ghost, right? Simple song, even for example, let me think. What's that song I love a lot? This was on Wizard of Poetry, Ghostface Baby. Like if you listen to how Ghost was flowing on here, right? Baby was dope. But that to me, that's the Ghost I want, that passionate Ghost. But this was, look, as long as Supreme Clientele 2 brings it, I really, of course, this is something I'll never listen to again.
Beneficial, but y'all don't think it's beneficial because my bottom line don't benefit you. The mission was a missile, I'm fitting to send you a missile that's fitting to hit your fitted, that crown ain't fitting to fit you. Tripping, I'm fitting to trip you. Short vacation, I trip you. It's simple and that go triple for anybody that's with you. If people know you ready, already know it's an issue. You found out it's official, them people blowing them whistles. A ref's not a reference when people going against you. Your price is not impressive when people pressing the bench. Effort, I'm mental, this method is not medicinal. In fact, the earth, I'm water and air and fire, I'm elemental. That's right, I said it, now give me credit with my credentials. And instrumental with fair regard for my essentials. You get it? Plus a New York fitted to guard the temple. Them tracks you bumping, I come with something to pop your pimple. Guessing I'm proactive, too prolific for all you pro rappers who can't find an angle or protractor. They non-factors, haters, just agitators. These bars might take a shot and don't need a chaser to catch ya. Till Peter pay up, it's vital that Peter pay us. In order to get my cake up, I need a baker for rapture.
Method Man on autopilot as usual. He's been on autopilot really, in my opinion, for the last, I don't know, 20 years with the flow. So I don't really expect much from Meth these days. But that beat is actually not very good. Shout out to Swizz though. But this is not a good beat. This is, again, like I said, it's the more active beat of the last 7 or so tracks, but it's still not a good beat. Not by a long shot.
It's powerful shit right there. My nigga, I'd rather be revered and fed. Surveillance tapes get shown. I shot him, shell slid under his bed. Beef was weird. Everybody standing right there. His Nana look, lost some balance and yelled to the queer. By then 11 rounds got aired. Me and my
first it started, you're like, oh, okay, sample. This is more traditional woo in a sense, but then again, there's a lot of people that try to copy that sound, but they don't know how to do it like Riz, a true master in them. Okay, there's a nuance to pulling it off. Otherwise, it just sounds stale and boring.
Killer Hill shit. Yo, Mikado cocktails, Bentleys and oxtails. Catch me with a Grecian and Wales, a red bone rat. What's happening? Her ratchet ways I had to just tame that. Put the most sane back, better all buying in jail. The luxury shit, Pakistan chefs and refs, so they can coach brothers to read scriptures and play chess. Louis the 14, poor neat, no ice in it. All I need's a war coat, brand new Louis, 3 dice and shit, then breeze. Next lecture, handle these G's about fronting on the street level. God give them the means, emphatically that.
Okay, so now, this beat had some potential. It's not a great beat. It had some potential, but notice how there was a change in the beat in terms of the melody. And to me, when you do that, you lose energy, because hip hop is about that turntable, right? So this is why loops are effective, because when they're really good loops, they're hypnotic as fuck, and it just keeps going. But when you and you start going somewhere else, it's like you've lost me. This is basic hip hop shit. But people will do this and think that for some reason it's hot. And I'm thinking, this is why no one will ever listen to the song ever again. So let's move on.
Oh shit. Hold on. I'm gonna call you right back. The police right there. Yeah, license and registration, sir. Take your hands off the glass first of all.
Me? I'm not listening to Skit. Fuck out of here. Okay, now.
Hey, yo.
Oh, jeez. That's incoming trash beat. Nottz, come on. Nottz, come on, homie. I like Nottz. This can't be weak. Is this the first time Nas has been on a Nottz beat? Come on, man. If not, anyway, has Nas been on a Nottz beat before? I think this is the first time. Anyway.
Call me an inveterate gambler who run the Carolinas, the fans come. Throw bags to slow on all the rap shit, just slow gas it. Bring water like the Johnny pumps that flow nasty. Hit sewers with shooters, the audacity. Fascinating, appealing, underworld, a wonder girl. Dope fiends love it, shooting they nuggets up. Extreme criminality, I'm like the Rothsteins, the offsprings. All of this tuck inside my galaxy. Frankie Yale of the jail, silks, diamond spiders.
This is whack. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Nottz. Everybody knows Nottz. Shout out to Nottz. I don't think he made my list, but he was definitely an honorable mention for our best producers ever. Everybody, rise! Ah, that beat's fire. What else is not? Dangerous MCs. I mean, again, this is stuff that I grew up on. Get Out. Get Out. Get Out was phenomenal. Get out of here. So, there's a lot of stuff. Did he do the Legendary Street Team remix? Oh, this beat is fire. Really? I thought Alk did that beat. He really did that? Okay, I gotta play this. Oh, I gotta play. Oh, okay.
Hey, yo, we bringing you
This was actually, this bit on Omerta almost sounds similar in a way, but no. The original one with Alk was the fire one, Alchemist, where they flipped the forest. Yeah, the Alchemist mix.
Yes. Yeah, fresh out the lab. Alchemist presents straight off the cutting room floor. Man, it's that shit y'all never heard before.
International vibe live from Brownsville, where we struggle to survive. You know the deal. From 12 to 12, steaming in the cut on the corner, bottom bodega with the hammer steaming. Flame, forgiven for a sins, better watch your step.
Infamous first infantry.
99.9 of the times I got my mojo. Hey yo, I bring sorrow. You won't make it to tomorrow. Flames spit from the nozzle, pop one up in your borrow. Street team, East Coast up, toast up. We don't put posters up, we post up. I'm a front line, nigga. You don't want mine, nigga. Play tough. Shake, buck, you have a wheelchair chauffeur with your arms in slings. Both legs numb from the arms and things. It's the legendary street team.
It's the details, man. The whole reason I was playing that is just to wait for that. That's producing.
Legs numb from the arms and things. It's the legendary street team.
I miss it.
We master writers, you dumb out, relentless on the come out. Nocturnal habits, the mavens. I'm too insulated. This is just a crusade, nigga. We made it. Shepherd is left.
Studies of CIA. Ones who were jury they couldn't play with.
Leftovers, they eat everything. Some niggas get caught in their best moments.
We the examples, we who we said we was, never faked it. Ones who were jury they couldn't play with, the ones who stayed rich. Details of my revolutionary ways probably get studies of CIA shit. Who has true power? The Torah or synagogue leaders, Quran readers or palm readers, witchcrafters or Christian pastors. Rich rappers, Mark said, religion's the opiate of the masses. When Nas says, I got thoughts as if a therapist said, what time you want to learn what's in my head? While I'm reclining, I'm just stating facts as I respond, like when the army walks.
Okay, so let me just pause it right away. You know I love Nas. Nas is my favorite rapper ever. Okay, the style, the voice, the rhyme content, all of it. when he was saying who has true power, the Torah, synagogue leaders, Quran readers, or palm readers, like just even the way he said that, the style, but there's still content. It's interesting, right? And that's almost a flash of the old Nas. Nas will give you almost old flash, and again, not that that was the craziest line ever, but this is why you got to give Nas great beats, because if you give Nas a great beat, I've never heard Nas waste a great beat. And it'll inspire him to write and go harder. But if you're just like, here's a beat, I need you to do a 16 on it, he'll give you a 16 at this stage, and it'll be alright, or meh, right? Anyway.
Assault rifles near army bases far beyond New York. Or foreign blocks like Hamas, guys in emergency triage. Extended magazine like targets off. Heart beating stops, car speeding, cops pull you over to check for warrants. So give your best performance. Nobody got time for petty in the city of bosses. Sirens is my psychiatry office. This morning I woke feeling great, so I went to an auction to get lost in a different scene. Spent the ticket on art, so interesting. A painting of a fiend in Hudson Yard. Another painting was black natives before Central Park. You know the claims, this was all native terrain. And the year was like 16 something. So could this mean hustling began when the Indian finessed the Dutchman with opium on horseback? This way before crack. We always been the mecca for supply and demand. In every era, legends in this land was going hand in hand. Damn, it's mind-boggling who we are, the modern kings. It's spooky in Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, and all of Queens. It's Staten Island, real type shit. Dying species of real men. I feel that shit, yo.
But I mean, again, y'all will overrate that, but that was a weak Nas verse. But again, Nas is arguably the greatest rapper ever. So he'll give you a little bit of history, put through some street science, and it's very interesting. I mean, again, it's not just your typical we sell crack, we bust guns. He'll try to bring it back to some sort of history, and that's interesting, right? It's just a little bit of context and flavor. I just think that this was not very well done. That's all. It was rushed.
Yeah. Brolic shit, nigga.
I'm sorry, Rick. I can't help myself. I rolled my eyes when I saw the name Frank G. It's like, who are these nondescripts?
Billionaire rap, nigga. Hey yo, the ring is 9 carats up. I get struck for bucks. Success is it, Paul. Now move us up. Counting and creeping.
Bodies in the projects over.
He's sending this fucking message to Jesus. The old school version of the cool kids who stay strapped and trapped where the tools live. Party where the Jews give it. Trunk loads of PCB. He's sending this fucking message to DC.
It's like I'm stuck in that bill. Confidential bodies in the projects over homies who got spilled. Gold tassels. Call my shooters the little rascals. Got spanky, Falcon Stymie to clap you. Automatic floors that spread apart. Emerald couches that get raised where the sway look better.
There's no way these guys listen to this beat and be like, yo, this is fire, let's spin on this. Jesus, this beat is weak. This is literally, it's off-brand RZA shit, right? I don't want to hear off-brand RZA shit. It sounds like, it doesn't even sound like early experimental RZA, because early experimental RZA was way better than this shit, right? Listen to, oh, don't make me angry, man. I get down for my crown. This is early RZA.
Ladies and gentlemen,
way ahead.
If you were fortunate enough to be around during the time this group started, you will see why they're still hanging in there today and still one of the most imitated groups of all time. Most imitated groups of all time. Most imitated groups of all time.
I get down for my crown. 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 Brother try to pass me, but none can match me. No girl can voice me, I'm just too nasty. Crafty and wicked, sexually explicit. My mic's a hoe when I DM dick it. I can't be touched by crap corn the duck. Call me Elijah, I'm just too much. I'll go to the ghost and MC that ghost. The wines of the
and at the same time the beat's going in the background. Come on, man. But it works. It's fire. That's imagination.
Welcome.
Skip this shit.
Hey, yo, little lady, what's up? Where you been at, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. Yo, you know you've been looking real delicious, man.
All I do is cry. I love you, but love so hard to do when it's loving you.
Who made this beat? Who are these niggas? This is Justice League type shit. Again, it starts off okay. Marshall Ambrosius is not off-brand, but the idea is some R&B. I'm not an R&B guy. I'm a hip-hop head, so I don't necessarily want to hear this.
Can't make you feel what I feel for you. Boy, you know I ain't perfect, but I know that I'm worth this. Fairy tale ending sunset. Been waiting here real patient. I feel for.
Is this an R&B song or a rap song? Come on, let's get to the point, man.
Since the Kango era, the Bill Blast days flagged in Brooklyn. I'm downtown by Fulton and Macy's. Light skin, green eyes, her thighs was amazing. Big Beamer 318, she had it crazy. Used to have a crush when I was dusted. Stage 3, she hit me back fast. She dressed classy, paged me. Lit the L, was like whatever, amazed me. Shaolin, Brooklyn boy, my shorty just changed me. Voice like Patty, heart of a wolf. From out the inner city lifestyle, I gave her my book. Call me a thief with a good heart. Who move with a fleet, who dig pockets. Sell crack then back to them streets. They used to get on us, y'all both meant to be, and I take the marriage route. Put them carrots on her now. 20 years later, we free with 3 babies, that's the key. Loyalty forever, keep it G1.
I can't sleep at night. All I do is cry, thinking.
I mean, again, this song's kind of boring, but this is low-key maybe one of the better songs on this. Not because I think this song, I'll never listen to the song again, but just in terms of how Ray is, at least, he sounds a little bit more energized. And it's also different subject matter from what he's been spitting on all these other songs. So, but still, on a better beat, I would have preferred this. But it just doesn't work.
Come on. Yeah, come on, son. Come on. Mac with Lobster in it. Blow some shots to get it. Host the Hasidity. Post up in the roster city. Abu Dhabi.
Back a mission to me. First get your huddle straight. Catch a 2-piece spicy with red spices. State pin performer for life. Is fresh out of Riot, sharper than sharp devices. Never decide to link up with niggas that was indecisive. A long dart with 2 guns.
This sounds good? Like, really? Y'all think this sounds good? From the whack ass plotting chore of a beat to get through to the way the Ghost and them sounds, like, that sounds good to y'all? Especially growing up on Ghost? Let me end it here, because I'm really bored with this shit. Put the guns down. Put them down.
Yeah, we in the fields with heat. You fake niggas eat kid meals to me. We street referees, we rock jean jackets, thick shirts over turtlenecks. Certified doctors in hoods and still all you textbook wait. Roll cameras, baby face money blowing like beach nut. Call off the months, it's me again. Ghost your host this evening. Ladies and gents, I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. Tucks tight, all sharp. Light up a bar, let's mingle. Fetch me a Remy Martin or diamonds. Flair lay Gucci joints. I never wore, I might give you to my brother-in-law. Fitzpatrick, rich bastard worth more than Egyptian marrows. Bottle of guard jewels, Gucci goggles, that's how the guard do. Motown 25, my aura's like Smokey's voice, little moist but choice. Because who gone?
My aura's like Smokey's voice, little moist but choice. And look how he's rapping. He's like he's making love to you, man. But that's the shit. Barking and shit. That's garbage. Anyway, so this is underwhelming and will fly under the radar. I've seen online some people being like, "Oh, Raekwon is not going to get the Clips treatment. He's going to be ignored." And you know, this is how these internet commentators, they always like to focus on beef because they can't really talk about the music. The point is, this album will be skipped. This is definitely worse than the Clips album, without a doubt. Even though the Clips album was whack too, in my opinion. But this is even whacker. This is actually like this is sub whack. Yeah, this is subterranean whack. Let's see here. Let me give you an example of what I mean. I started watching the show. This is an anime show called Gachiakuta. Watch this, okay? So, because this Ray, I'll give you a perfect example, okay, of what this Ray album is. So it takes place it's an interesting kind of concept where there's sort of the rich world, and then right next to it is the slums, okay? But there's another world beneath that's even worse. So the slums is where clips are the slums, and this album is like beneath that. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. If you watch the show, you'll get what I'm getting at. So anyway, long story short, I'm done with this shit. I didn't care for this. This is probably even worse than Fila, all things considered. So this is another whack album. And Ray was talking all that hot shit too in an interview. Yo, I feel like there's a lot of Emperor's New Clothes, a lot of fake shit going on. The real's gotta come back. Well, this is the fake shit, because the beats are trash. You're not talking about nothing. It's all the same hustler drug rap. Like you're like 50 plus. So this is the fake shit. Another pump fake. Anyway, well, that's that. Love y'all.